Well, I am a product of immigrants who came to Montreal, which is where this is taking place, in the beginning of 1948, in January. And my parents were survivors of the war. And right after the war, they actually survived in Russia for a number of years. And then we were in DP camps for a short period of time, leaving the DP camps in Germany to come to Canada. And for those who aren't aware, Canada, very much like many other countries, did not permit Jews to come to Canada during the war. And in fact, that particular situation continued well after the war. Quite scandalous, and it is to the shame of this country, as shame of many other countries, that they didn't allow the Jews to come in. Be that as it may, it was only in 1947 that there was an order in council in Ottawa, our capital, which basically allowed the rules to be changed, which would allow immigrants to come. It was not specifically just for Jews, for other peoples as well. But the idea was that you would have a system where people would be allowed to immigrate specific to certain areas and to certain job categories. And so many Jews, amongst them my father and his family, were able to come in under a quota for tailors. There were tailors and Schusters and various other groups like that. And my father, who actually was a tailor and was a master tailor, was able to come to Canada. There were many Jews who came at the same time under the quota for tailors who didn't quite know what a needle and thread were, but that was the way in which you'd be able to come in. And so we basically got here in January of 1948, and we were one of the first groups to actually come into Canada after the change in the laws. I was the grand old age of about a year and a half when I came, with an older brother and my dad and my mother.